I'm going to tell you about myself because I'm making exit plans. I'm helping people make exit plans for 2026. And I want to tell you about myself, okay? On December 21st, 2020, I decided to stop drinking alcohol. I've decided to stop drinking alcohol a million times. Oh, by the way, I have undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I will go off on a million tangents. If you can keep up with this kind of conversation, congratulations. I'm very proud of you, but I will go a million miles per hour and I will go off on little tangents and then probably get back to the point, but maybe not. But that's what if you're here for it, you're here for it. Hello. December 21st, 2020, I decided to get sober. I thought I was dying. I could feel this hurting really bad. I had a 2-year-old son, and I didn't want to leave him without a mother. He was starting to crawl out of his crib, and because he was starting to crawl out of his crib, I didn't want him to crawl out and then find me and not be able to wake me up because either I was passed out or because I had passed away. So I decided to get sober to be a better mother and to be a alive mother for my son. It's been 5 years. On December 21st, this past however fuck long, I had 5 years. I celebrated 5 years sobriety. Woo woo. Congratulations to me. Super exciting. 5 years. The first year of sobriety, I was living with my baby daddy. We had 7-year relationship. We had a kid. We had the house. We had the white picket fence. We had the whole fucking American dream. It was amazing, right? It was beautiful. Drinking a bottle of alcohol every single day. Not proud of it. It's just the way I lived, and I was a party girl before that, and it bled out into isolation, not having any friends, only having that boyfriend, and then deciding to have a kid and having a kid because we thought that alcoholism was normal for me. Drinking every day was normal for me, and living that kind of life was normal for me. I didn't really see any other way out. I was just living my life, and I was living to the best of my ability at the time. Within the first year of sobriety, I realized that the situation that I had gotten into with this guy, which he's a very normal St. Louis sports fan, just normal white boy. Like, he is nothing, he's very surface level, just easy guy. He's a great guy. I do like him. He's just a little boring. I realized that in this relationship that we were drinking buddies. We did get along very well, but I think that relationship should have been a friendship, and it turned into something more, and it probably shouldn't have. So I got out of that relationship. I decided to make the exit plan to get out of that relationship. I had already made the exit plan to get out of alcoholism. Not an easy thing to do. It's like, oh, I wrote down this little plan and then it just fucking happened. But in order to get out of the relationship I was in, I did have to make an exit plan. And that was a pro and con list of why I wanted to stay, the benefits of staying, and the benefits and why I wanted to go. The only thing that was on the pro list was financial stuff. So I stayed in that house because it was benefiting me at that time financially. Now that I had cut out alcohol and I eventually cut out sex because I wasn't into it anymore. Those two things were kind of the building blocks of our relationship. And once those two things were gone, we really didn't have a relationship anymore. So I had to make an exit plan for that. When I did, I had no idea what it looked like on the other side. I didn't know. I had no plan. I didn't have an apartment. I had my job. I didn't know if my job would sustain me in my own apartment. It was like $20 an hour, $23 an hour, whatever it was. I didn't know. And then before I was with him, I had my credit score was in the 500s. I was drinking all the time. I didn't know how to be in my own apartment and be sober and be a mother by myself. I didn't know how to do these things, and I was fucking terrified. But I did it anyway. I had to get out because I was living in this world that I created through my alcoholism with, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I want. I didn't know what I wanted out of life. My creativity was gone. I didn't know how to express myself anymore. I had lost my voice years before that. There's many stories, but I lost my voice when I was 17. I lost my creativity, my my get up and go, I lost me when I started drinking and when I started submitting to men. And it's taken me a lot of work to get out of that. And it's taken me a lot of work to become this version of myself that is just me. I live in this apartment with my 7-year-old son half the time. And this is my safe space. This is the space where I get to be me, 100% me. This means I'm not in a relationship. I'm single, and I'm very happy to be single. I like being single. I do not want a relationship. Please, please leave me the fuck alone. Respectfully, leave me the fuck alone. Thanks. I like being single. I like being able to figure out me. I like being able to fall in love with me. I like the relationship that I have with myself, because I had never given myself that opportunity before. Because like I said, I poured myself into alcohol, and I poured myself into men, into relationships, and trying to fix everybody else's shit and not fix my own. A part of that is I thought me pouring myself into other people and people pleasing and putting everybody else's needs before mine would get me what I wanted, which was human connection. I didn't know how to get it with just being me. Because just being me when I was younger was too much, too loud, too weird, too silly. It was just too much. And I realized quickly, and I realize even more now, that men do not like that type of women. So instead of standing up for myself and standing on my ground and being this version of me, dreadlocks, crazy, hippie, whatever the fuck I was, freaks and geeks type shit in the 90s and the early 2000s, that was me. I was 100% me, authentically me, and I let people tell me that I was too much, that I was too weird. And this happened at the same time that I started drinking. I don't know if they were hand in hand, but I submitted to alcohol, and I submitted to everybody else's ideas, thoughts, and opinions of me, and I let them rule me. And that was from one relationship to the next in my 20s. Never being by myself, never getting the opportunity to know myself, and then everybody around me saying that I wasn't, they didn't like me or didn't want that version of me. So I molded and I fit and I changed in order to fit into the society, the people around me, what I had surrounded myself with. So alcohol helped me not be me, and also helped me be me at the same time. If you're an alcoholic, you probably understand that statement very well. And now that I'm sober and now that I'm getting to know myself, there has been like huge struggles in becoming authentically me and becoming vulnerable and getting to know myself, like dating myself, like understanding myself again. I didn't know who I was anymore. I had poured myself and put myself into everybody else's ideas of me that I was lost. Even by myself, alone by myself, I would cry, I would be upset. If I stayed more than a couple days sober, it would be so overwhelming. My thoughts would be so overwhelming that I would have to drink again, because all these things I'd done and how I had treated myself and how I had treated other people would come flooding back into me. And it was too much to take. It was too overwhelming. It was the guilt and the shame of who I had become was too much, and I didn't know how to deal with that for even a couple days sober. So I drank again, and I did that constantly. I created my own prison. Where I had the key, I was the lock, and I still didn't know how to escape. So I had to make an exit plan. I decided 12/21/2020 was coming up. I kept seeing all over TikTok, it's the summer solstice, 12/21/2020, or the summer solstice, the winter solstice, and it's 1/2/1/20/20. I'm a numbers person, I'm a woo-woo person, I'm a spiritual person. So these numbers, these synchronicities, is a great day for manifestation, all this stuff. I wanted to get sober so bad, so I said, this is the day I'm going to get sober. And that's the day I decided to get sober. Did I think it was going to stick? Fuck no. You know how many times I had tried to get sober before that? 2 weeks prior to that, a month prior to that, I got sober for 2 weeks. I was sober for 2 weeks straight, and then I drank for 2 weeks again. And then I decided on 12/21/2020 to get sober, and it's sticking. It's stuck today. Thank God. I still do one day at a time. I'm in a recovery program. I didn't go to AA for a while, and I've gone back into AA. I've always maintained my relationship with my sponsor. I like my recovery program. I like my 12-step program. It works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it does work for me. I want to help you get out of whatever situation you're in, because I know what it is like to build your own prison, and I want to help you know that you have the key and you have